Are you done? Are you done? Huh? Are you done? Are you done? Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness gracious. I will not call her Aunt Viv because she was not Aunt Viv long enough to be called Aunt Viv. Janet Hubert did a great job when she accepted the role 30 years ago on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What's up? She did an excellent job. She did an excellent job doing this role for what, 3 seasons? But while she was there, the reported situations about her trying to get a raise and wanting Will Smith and all the other people to fight to get more money because they all did this on the show Friends and they all got a raise. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air wasn't Friends, but yes, that was done, and she did have a point that, look, we all can get a raise if we stick together. But other blacks and all the other actors, they all had their own managers, they all had their own agents, they didn't work together and stand in unison to do it, and plus the show was about Will Smith. He was the star. So if Will was being taken care of gratefully, Will didn't really care about what happened with everybody else's situation. You know, he was looking like, look, you got your management. If you unhappy with what you're being paid, have your manager deal with the producers and y'all do that. That's not my business. So for Will, it was different. Now, this is about 30 years ago. This is before Independence Day. This is before all these things are taking place. I'm like, Independence Day is like 20 some years ago, almost 30. So we going way back into time because Janet Hubert consistently, I mean, baby Nikki probably got a baby Nikki right now. So she comes out and says this is the final video she's going to do on this subject, and we might not hear her again, and if she dies, and she's talking like she's gonna die in any moment. Then she continuously tells us about why she doesn't put her child in the media, and she's talking about they show that they're doing when they got the round table where they sit and talk. And she's like, y'all airing y'all kids' business out to the public. Why do you even care? Okay, you don't like Will Smith. They know it. If you don't like people, you know what you don't do? You don't deal with him. That's what you don't do. You let them be. I'm just sick and tired every time you turn around out at blacks. There's black people. We didn't support each other, and we didn't, there's no brothers and sisters no more, and we need to support each other, and there's just not that going on anymore, and blah blah. I'm like, what is your problem? People just, do you realize how much work you would have if you would have just shut up? Every time she talks, it's something negative about Jada Pinkett, who has nothing to do with her situation. He was not even with her when this incident took place. His kids aren't even born. So when all of this stuff was going on, that's like 30 years ago, She has not moved on for 30 years. Where's the super? I'm quite sure it's there. Oh, it was terrible, wasn't it? Everybody mad Power ain't coming on tonight. I mean, normally I would have seen Power already. We go on demand and watch it. But the situation is like escalated to a whole new level because Janet Hubert don't want to let it go. It's like, why are you still holding on to this crap? Will Smith has been let go. I mean, do I agree that they should have brought their kids into the industry? No. If they were smart, they would have never let Jaden, they would have never let Willow and all of these things. And she's basically saying they're sacrificing their kids to the business. Oh my God. It's like, why are you attacking this? Jada Pinkett hadn't done anything to you ever. The only thing you mad about is she's married to Will Smith. Jesus Christ. Now, I agree to allow your kids to come under this type of scrutiny early in their lives. It's like, why? You know, when you ever wonder why Willow Smith didn't come out with an album when they did that Whip My Hair Back and Forth thing? Remember she had a hit #1 song? I whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth. When she had that, do you know why she never came out with an album? She wasn't ready for that. It was too much. The song was too much. They had her performing like a mall, all the people screaming. Even though she's used to seeing that for her parents, it was hectic for her. She got a record deal and she never put out any records. But Janet Hubert, for your son's sake, you should have probably... We are back, ladies and gentlemen. They had kicked us off, but now we're back online. So hopefully things are working now. Now, as we said before and stated quite vividly, when they were trying to move people off this live stream, Janet Hubert has made it a huge mistake as far as always bashing Will Smith's name and running his name to the ground. It does not benefit you. It makes you look desperate, and it makes you look very incomplete, because for your own child's sake that you keep saying that people have crucified you and you blame black media and everyone else, this is very unfair for you to make this assessment, even for Will Smith and towards Will Smith. The way they choose to raise their kids, their business. Okay, let's get that assessed right now. I see her point. You see a point in holding on and harboring over an issue that's been resolved 30 years ago. The only reason, yeah, she puts out another video. This one she directed at Will Smith. Now, here's the problem here. The only reason I could see for them even having this fallout It's the fact that she believes, true to her heart, that she was wrong. She's been saying the same thing for over and over and over again. If you keep making trouble, I don't want to work with you. You see trouble. The appearance is that you're disturbed. You can't move past things. So if you have this type of interpretation, who's going to really side with you? If everybody's been listening to you for the past couple of videos, they would think you are mentally crazy and you're mentally unstable. If you listen to the last video, she sounds like a person that's mentally unstable, talking like she's at the end of her rope. We don't know what all she's going through and all of this, and we should be ashamed of ourselves as black media and all this for not. Anybody who has something negative to say towards her plight, this was the results of how she decided to fight back. And don't call her Aunt Viv when you see her outside. I wouldn't even hold 2 seconds of conversation with her. I probably wouldn't even say good morning. She might have a complaint about that. So more people gravitate to what Will is saying more than you, Janet, is because of the way you handle things. Will hasn't been bothering nobody. He hasn't said anything. So if he's like, oh, he blackballed my career. If that was the case, yeah, I think you kind of done all the damage yourself. Everything she talked about is from like 30 years ago. I'm like, here it is, 2018, and you still talking about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And she still insists that she's never been fired. I'm sorry, 28 years ago. Okay, sorry. Woo. Let me turn this AC off. No, I wanted to address the situation and the subject. I wanted to get it out in the open so that it could be done on a public forum. Because she put this video out. It's about 16 minutes, 20 minutes long. And when you listen to it, you just feel sad. You know, it's like, wow. She's lost. She's really lost. And I don't know what could be said for her, what could help her in her situation, but she's lost. And I mean, to attack the man's children and basically saying they sacrificed their kids and you got this show, The Red Table, and I know where you got that from because y'all got it from this show here. And it's like, that's none of your business, really. It's none of your business. To be honest, that part is none of their business. Nobody, they don't even mention her child. They don't even mention her. Jada Pinkett Smith has nothing to do with you. Yet you attack this woman only because she's married to Will Smith. How does that help your plight? You see what we're trying to get to? That's not black people's fault. So they love to dump stuff, celebrities. If you don't go with their plan, well, some black media, it's not black media, it's people that's saying, look, you want us to believe you. People want to get behind you and believe you and understand your situation, but we looked at all the facts. And the facts remain that, okay, it was his decision if he wanted to back it or not. There were multiple people that said you were a problem on the set, that you were already argumentative and standoffish at times. And the fact that you couldn't get any work is because you choose to go out and bash a person that other people are invested in. If somebody came out and like start bashing Tom Cruise and then like come back like, yeah, screw him and bashing him all the time, I'm quite sure he got a lot of friends in the business. They ain't gonna want to deal with you. You're gonna seem psychotic to them. You know how the business in the industry is with people who they just go out and start talking about any actor, whatever. They afraid you might be a problem on the set of a project they're doing. Next thing you know, you're airing out all the laundry of the actor you're working with. They want to eliminate this situation before it even becomes a problem. They don't look at it as an isolated incident. They look at it as an incident that could happen at any time. I thought I was on my other page. So yes, click the link in the description box. I thought I was on the other account. I didn't even know I was on Carcito for Life account. That's why I was shocked. I'm like, I saw like 100-some people. I'm like, that don't happen on the other account. No, she's saying that this incident is tearing her life apart, and you don't know how bad it is when she talked about the Oscar situation and all of these different things. I mean, she want to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith. Anything that has something to do with Will Smith, if Will Smith fell down some steps and broke his ankle, she's going to be, you see, calm. You know, she's one of those type of people, and it's like, listen, you're bitter. And you can say you're not and all this stuff. Whenever your life is so, whatever happens to another human being who has not caused you any problem, is not worried about you, have not done a thing to you in 30 years. 30 years. He has been living his life, doing his career. He said, hey, wish you the most best success in the world. He's never spoke on you again since in about 20 some odd years. Why in the world do you continuously bash this man and his children and his wife? Now, you're going to have supporters. You're going to have people be like, I understand. He did her wrong. If you look at the situation, for those who just got here and don't understand, she wanted, the whole reason for the fallout, it was that she was trying to organize people so that they can get raises. They thought they were in position to get a raise. All the other people on the crew. She fails to mention nobody else agreed with her about the situation. She says as if Will Smith was the only one that held it down and that her and Will came. Sorry about that, a call came in. No, just because somebody hold on to something for 25 years don't mean that they got something that's right. It means that they might be deranged. They might be nuts. So I see what you're saying, Ava, but you got to understand, you saying that Will must have done something. What Will have done? She was just on the talk on this TV show. She could open her mouth right there and said something she wanted to say. She's been on the internet for all this time talking about Will Smith and dumping on him. She just made another useless video that she claimed is her last. And I am be more than standing on my 2 feet clapping when it's done. Because I'm tired of it. I am completely tired. I don't want to hear nothing more about her, Janet Hubert, and Will Smith situation. No more. The man is not mentioning her. It's a moot point. She no moves. So she's had the opportunity to talk. No one's trying to hear her talk. We've heard her talk. We analyzed what she said compared to the actual statements that they made 30 years ago. And nothing has changed in 30 years. Will don't keep lying. He doesn't talk about it. There's nothing to talk about. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is almost 30. They almost can have a reunion. Notice how all of them get together and none of the other actors or actresses deal with her. So it's not just a Will Smith thing. It ain't like, oh, they're under his power. They're not, they know. They're not dealing with psycho. That's all it is. This is not you're making it something that you want it to be. Instead of what it really truly is. You want it to be, there's something there. There's something must have went, like there's something in the midst that's behind the scenes we know nothing about. She should have said it. If she cared about the situation, or she thought it was a situation in which she was being sabotaged, she's given every information on this subject there is. There's nothing more she could possibly say. So she's already said it way before this interview here. She stated it 1,000 times. She's talked. She's had her platforms to come out there and say what she wants to say. My thing is, why you attacking his wife? Jada Pinkett Smith had nothing to do with anything. They weren't even together when that happened. And you're saying Will got you fired. Will Smith got you fired. First of all, it went from that to saying, now she's saying that she never was fired. And that Will Smith is the first one to say she was fired when he did that interview about 30 years ago almost. Hold on. I gotta get over. Because I'm getting off this. Whatever this is. Don't come over here, Van. Don't come over here, Van. I'm getting the, you know what, off this. I don't know what this is. And I don't care how pretty it look, I'm getting out of here. Y'all ain't finna trap me over here. She developed a hatred for, she had a hatred ever since then. She's had the same energy for over 20 some years. The only thing that's been stopping her is everybody was ready to be sympathetic for her and do all this, and they were like, she's a little insane. She keeps obsessing over Will Smith. Whenever you, like, every time something bad happened, you didn't get nominated for an Oscar, good, you didn't deserve it. Yes. I'll be like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You know how many jobs she could have had since then and done? Why are you so attaching yourself to Will Smith? I would never attach my life to somebody who a job on a TV show who you felt like I've done way better stuff than that. But why are you crying about this show? You would think Will Smith been trying to sabotage everything she did for 20, 30 years. Y'all think about him, ain't them? Don't do it. All right, click. No. He way past big man. She's ridiculously mad. What's up, Trishawn? But if you don't, this is what plagues us as a people. The inability to not accept situations and say, okay, that happened there, I'ma move on and do my thing. And I ain't gotta be worried about anybody else. I ain't gotta bring up this person's no more. Who's not, okay, they did what they did, whatever. I'm not gonna give them the power over me. You basically giving Will Smith this power over your life. You to convincing your son, this man is the reason that we're struggling. What? What? I mean, if you listen to it, it sounds like a crazy person talking. And a person that needs help. And I know how they say, man, you can't, they always call black women crazy. Yes, they do some of the time. And it's unfair when a black woman try to speak up, they try to say she's crazy. But in this instance, crazy is on the envelope. Crazy is on the envelope and on the stamp. You gotta quit giving these people power over you. You gotta quit it. So I'm out. Y'all have a great day, and I'm rolling.